I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have roll call, please.
Mr. Wakilsky.
Here.
Mr. Meehan.
Here.
Ms. Divanazia.
Here.
Mr. Hetrick.
Here.
Mr. Murray.
Here.
Mr. Balin.
Here.
Mr. Neely.
Here.
Mr. Weissman.
Here.
Mr. Lynch.
Here.
Mr. Semrau is absent. Mr. Pasternak.
Here.
Mr. Henry.
Here.
Ms. Bonzowitz is here.
Notice of this meeting has been provided through resolution adopted by the mayor and council on December 16, 2024. It's a regular meeting of the mayor, town council at the Boonton Town Hall, 100 Washington Street, Boonton, New Jersey, and by electronic mailing to the citizens of Morris County and their record newspapers through posting on the town website and by filing a copy of the same with the town clerk. Members of the public were also permitted to submit written comments prior to the meeting via mail or email, which may be summarized or read in their entirety during the public comment period. All public comments, whether during the public portion of the meeting or submitted beforehand, shall be limited to no greater than 3 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna take a little detour here. A week ago, Saturday, I attended a funeral service for Dan Piccioni. Many of you know Dan served on the council. He was a member of the fire department. He was on the board of ed, active member of the community, I think born and raised here in town. He's a very nice guy. And it's a little personal for me. I think many of you know I went through a pretty serious health scare this past year. And I think I was diagnosed in June a year ago, went through treatments for about 5 months. And since that time, 2 people who weren't even diagnosed in town, Dan Piccioni and myself, Dan Piccioni and Michelle Evans are now gone. We also lost Adina Renfro Michelle a couple years ago. There's some members of this council who are dealing with some health issues. And I just want to take this time, get a little preachy, which is, I don't normally do this. Encourage everybody on the council, everybody in the audience, everybody who's listening to try to lead a positive, productive life. You know, nobody knows how many tomorrows were promised. So try to make the most of them. Moving on.
Is there possible that we could get?
Oh, I'm sorry, moment of silence.
We could get the remote, the
Screen.
the cameras work?
Remote is on, the monitors are not working.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Well, then, no problem.
Well, thank you for interrupting me because I want to do a moment of silence. Please join me for a moment of silence with Dan Piccioni. Thank you all. Moving on, we have our administrator and committee reports, starting with Administrator Neil Henry.
Thank you, Mayor. In addition, what's on your agenda for this evening, the following key items have been addressed by the Administrator's Office over the last 2 weeks. All personnel evaluations have been completed for employees in the DPW. Follow-up discussions will now take place in upcoming subcommittee meetings of the Personnel Committee. I worked with legal and the Boonton Housing Authority to finalize easement agreements needed as part of the drainage improvement project being undertaken by the county relative to the poor drainage issues at the Housing Authority complex on Chestnut Street. Worked on distributing an RFP for a planning board attorney and a bid for leave disposal services. I attended a mini conference held by the Government Purchasing Association in New Jersey, and work on town hall parking lot progresses, as you can see from this evening. Work on curbs and sidewalks have been completed. Milling and paving will be completed later this week or early next week, weather permitting. Once that is complete, lining and signage will follow. Fire trucks will be returned to their respective bays on October 30th, which is 30 days after the concrete was poured for the apron. The New Jersey DEP has declared a drought watch for our region due to below average rainfall and water supplies. I'm in the process of putting together a communique that we could put up on our website. It's things like, leaky faucets and water in their yard and that sort of thing. And then work continues on numerous matters relating to personnel and or litigation. And that completes my report this evening.
Thank you. Any comments or questions?
Yeah, Mr. Henry, just 2 questions. The drought watch for the region, is that the restrictions, does that extend like we had last year with the no outdoor fires and burning and all that, or?
I actually been, it's really just a drought watch, so they're
Okay.
looking for like, things like make sure you turn off the tap while brushing your teeth, run dishwashers and washing machines with full loads, fix leaky faucets, water efficient shower heads,
Okay,
that sort of thing. I'm not,
it's that,
Right.
okay, great. And then the town hall paving, we're confident it's gonna be done in time for the election and all of that will be good to go.
yes, I don't want to say it too loud, but I think we're a little bit ahead of schedule.
Don't say that, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Right, Liz?
Anyone else?
Well, I had a question, but I've forgotten what it was, so you're off the hook.
Moving on, DPW, Councilmember Balin.
Thank you, Mayor. At last month's meeting, a number of items were discussed. I think the highlight this evening is paving. As everyone's seen on Booton Avenue, we're waiting for the striping. I'm not going to get all the details right, and if the administrator would help me on those that are important. But Rustler Street paving, with the number of the sewage improvements on that street, the paving will be coordinated with those improvements so that we're not opening up the street after we completed paving. Is there a timeline, Neil?
Well, just if I may just elaborate a
Please.
little bit more, Zeke. So, Rosser, Wooten and Park were part of that rehabilitation project for water and sewer main. Okay, Rosser Street over the years has been milled, remilled. The curbs are in rough shape. The sidewalks are in rough shape. We've got a number of drainage issues there. Our new engineer from Boswell, Paul Ferraro, visited the site, and I asked him to give us his opinion. He advised us there's grant funding available to repair that entire road, the curbs, and the sidewalk. That would have to be extended until next year before we can apply for that. We did talk about it at the committee. The committee is making the recommendation to the full governing body that we move ahead and we pave Park and we pave Wooten from Park under 287 out to Myrtle, and advise our residents on Rosser that paving is going to be held off there so that we can apply for the grant, get the funding to do the complete road and do it right. So I think that basically sums it up. Zeke, we talked about it in the committee. We thought by paving Rosser without doing any of that work, we're only going to be throwing good money after bad. And so the plan would be to draft notices to the people on Rosser, advising them what we were doing. And the thought with the committee was the road is in such bad shape that the residents would probably end up welcoming that direction.
So thank you, Neil. Additionally, we discussed, as we mentioned maybe a couple meetings ago, the reorganization of the DPW yard, moving of some trailers. That project will be on hold for the time being. The deadline that was the end of this year is going to be extended as we reorganize our staffing in that department. And then also we also discussed, via email, discussed the crosswalk, which was raised last time, the crosswalks and pedestrian safety on some of our streets. And so that we do have police approval for a crosswalk on Wooten and Green. So more to follow on that crossing as well. And that completes my report.
Zeke, Mayor, if I may just add one more thing for the mayor and council to be cognizant of. Our boiler downstairs is probably at the end of its life. Not
Right.
probably, it's at the end of its life. So we're in the process of getting quotes. I'm gonna have to, as a QPA, declare a procurement emergency for that, so that you approve a resolution declaring it an emergency. We will get our quotes. We can circumvent the normal bidding process because of the emergency, but the heating season is right around the corner and we really need to get moving with that. I'll have more information for you later in the week, but I did want to put it on everybody's radar this evening. It's going to be something that, we're going to have to deal with.
Thank you. Any comments or questions for Councilmember Phelan?
Just about the crosswalk, is that on Wood and Green, that's confirmed that's coming? Is that what you're saying, or
It's confirmed that we have police approval. I think there's still,
I guess what are the next steps
so
then?
is it something that, I think it's my understanding is that the crosswalk is within, our annual budget that we could approve, except for the depressed, pedestrian crossings for the visually impaired. So I think there is some question about whether that's in the budget and when if we'll be able to complete that this year or a following year.
Let's stay on top of that. We need to bring it to the finance committee as well and talk about. it.
Great,
I think
great.
Do that.
Thank you.
And if you would, my question was for Mr. Henry, kind of is DPW adjacent. And it has to do with it, after the repaving is done in the town hall parking lot, will the shed that was built by the construction trade students at the high school, will that be replaced, or is that now gone the way of all shed?
That's gonna be replaced. You'll notice there's a
Is that
concrete
that
pad at the
concrete
corner
pad?
of Madison and, it's Lathrop, right?
Perfect, it'll have a great new home to put
There'll be
on, to
brand
go
new
on.
shed there.
Great, thank you.
I have a question. Do we need to, regarding Wrestler, do we need to notify the residents as to what's going on in their streets so they know?
Yes, and that the plan there, John, would be to draft the communique and send that to the residents of Rossa.
Perfect.
I wanted to bring to everybody's attention tonight before we did that.
Thank you. Secondly, on the boiler, how old is the boiler?
I don't know the answer to that. I know it's old enough to.
Old,
just-
old,
well,
old.
Not that old was what, Mr. Ezzy said. It's, I can't remember, it wasn't like a 30-year.
It's
Not as old as the building.
8 to 9 years old, something like that.
Oh, that's too young.
We did discuss, is it under warranty or, yeah.
I was just curious how, I don't know, I have no idea how long boilers last. I was just curious if it was something odd or it's aged out. Thank you.
Moving on to police, Councilmember Meehan.
Wait,
Oh, sorry.
Councilmember Balin, do we have an update on the advice from the DPW committee on sustainable New Jersey?
I think the last communication there is that we are going to discuss it at our next meeting. What was it? I think the general consensus from the committee, we left the last committee meeting with the decision to make a recommendation via email by the end of last week. And that recommendation came back via email that we needed to discuss it again at the next meeting.
And what's being discussed? Just whether,
I think primarily the scope. So the green team, I think the committee is generally supportive of joining Sustainable New Jersey, of a resolution to join Sustainable New Jersey. There's a question about the scope of the green team and the scope in the Sustainable New Jersey perhaps being wider than the scope of the committee. And I think we're just looking I think the consensus from the committee is that we're looking for direction from the green team on the path to certification through the Sustainable New Jersey.
To be fair, I think that was the consensus from you. I think it was just you and me talking.
Well, my preference would be, we work on committee structure. If it comes out of committee wants to do it, we'll bring it up for vote. If it doesn't come out of committee, committee doesn't want to do it, we won't bring it up for vote.
And I think my lesson learned on that is we should not be trying to deliberate via email. We really need to keep it to committee meetings.
We got a committee meeting once a month, probably 2 weeks away or so. I didn't ask. Any other questions for Councilmember Bailey? Okay, moving on. Councilmember Meehan, Police Committee.
skipping over finance.
I skipped Ben. Oh, damn it.
This is getting very short.
After he went out of his way to be
I
here.
know. That's the only reason I came was to do this report.
Somebody got a more
Just say
text.
that we didn't need-
Exactly. Just say we really don't actually have a report for the finance
I
committee.
stand corrected. Councilmember.
Yeah, that's right. Which is to say that we really,
Vice
we're, the timing is such, we haven't had our meeting, we're meeting next week. The only thing I would just say is with their townwide reassessment that we've been ordered to do by the county. I know there was a presentation that happened. I encourage everyone to watch that. And I think it probably makes sense for any kind of feedback as this process to sort of flow through the finance committee. And so just encouraging everyone to please share any feedback you have. But that presentation, I believe, lives on the homepage of our website at this point, right?
Yeah, I believe there was a social media post recently on that,
Yeah.
and there is a lot of apprehension on that. I think there's some misunderstanding of the residents that, well, my property is assessed for 200,000 is worth 500,000. My taxes are going to go up 2.5 times. We're not raising any more taxes. It's just making sure that the distribution allocation is equitably done.
And
I
I'm,
think it makes sense to have a committee of this council who's sort of monitoring. I think it makes sense for it to be the finance committee.
and I would just ask that that link that's on our homepage be something that easily navigates us to the presentation.
One click.
It is one click because the last time I tried it, it was not.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay, I thought, when I did it, it was one click.
Yeah,
okay,
I saw it this afternoon.
great.
Yeah.
Then it's been changed since the last time I tried. Thank you.
But, and I just, for all of us on the council, any feedback that you get, please, share that, with members of myself as the chair or other members of the committee. And that is an exciting report.
Okay, any comments or questions for Councilmember Weiser? Seeing none, I'll move on at the proper time, to the Police Committee. Councilmember Meehan.
Thank you, Mayor. Likewise, the police committee did not meet in between our last report and today. But I will tell you that the continuing focus is still going to be on crosswalk and speed concerns around town and e-bike safety, which will be more to follow on that tonight. But those are the things that we're focusing on. We're scheduled to meet next Tuesday, so we should be in a good place. That's all.
Any comments or questions for Councilmember Meehan? Seeing none, we'll move on to Recreation. Councilmember Meehan.
All righty. Again, likewise, we did not meet. We are meeting tomorrow as a committee, tomorrow evening, but just to go over a couple recent success stories. We did the drive-in with Footloose, was a big hit. Booten Day was tremendously attended. We had great weather. Thanks for everybody for coming out. And I think that dovetailed into First Friday. We had another great attendance on First Friday, the Scarecrow build. So a number of great scarecrows. Everyone came out and helped with that. So that was really nice. As far as upcoming events, as I said, more on e-bike safety. The Recreation Department, courtesy of Tracy Pryor, has worked with the Booten PBA, and on October 16th at Town Hall, there's going to be an e-bike safety class. So we are trying to stay, on front of this, making sure that everyone's being safe in town. On October 18th, we got our trunk or treat, going to be 6 to 8 o'clock at Grace Lord. We're looking for some vendors, so come on out and help. October 20th, getting ready for the holiday season. There's going to be cookie decorating at the Senior Center. And then finally, at the end of the month, October 27th, we'll be finalizing the contest for the Halloween house decorating. So a lot going on, a lot has been going on, and we continue to move forward. So all good on that front.
Thank you. Any comments or questions for Councilmember Meehan?
27th is that the judging? For the
That's the judging, yes.
I've seen some displays already starting to go up from previous year winners, and they're looking pretty good.
Moving on to parking. Councilmember Murray.
Thank you, Mayor. Our last meeting was on September 2nd. At that point, we discussed 4 of the proposals we had received for townwide paid parking options. We had some questions on those, and Laura Wagner is going to contact the vendors with those questions, as well as prepare a matrix to make a fair side-by-side comparison of all the proposals. We're still waiting for a response, I believe, from the Stop Sticks company. The Stop Sticks people.
Yes,
Yes,
we have not,
we're-
we made several calls to them with no response.
They're being non-responsive. And finally, the Booten Ave pay lots, Booten Avenue lot pay station should be installed any day now. Includes my report.
Thank you. Any comments or questions for Councilmember Murray? Seeing none, we'll move on to correspondence. Received a letter from Terry Brigliano and Amanda Cosentino regarding the 31st annual Christmas parade to be held on Saturday, November 29th, with a rain date or snow date of the 30th, asking if we will continue our tradition of donating $1,000 to them, assist them with contacting Morris County for permission to close the street, and to have assistance from our DPW trucks and staff in setting up. Get a motion to open this up for discussion?
So moved, Wakilski.
Second.
Murray.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody have
Aye.
any concerns?
The only comment I have is that as long as that thousands in the budget, I see no reason not to do it. And it's always a great time for all the kids in town.
Okay, then call for a motion to approve this.
So moved, Weissman?
Second,
Wakilski.
I think we can do a voice vote on this. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Oh.
Yeah, there's like a 3
Got the
second,
lag.
4 second delay on that.
Just in case.
We also received a correspondence from Janet Middleton, who's one of our crossing guards. I'm choosing to retire from my position as crossing guard for the town of Booton as of October 5th, 2025. I want to thank the town for the opportunity to serve in this capacity for over 26 years. It's been a rewarding experience. I don't know if there's anything to discuss. I'd call for a motion to accept this with regret.
No move, Milkowski.
Second, Stevenezia.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None?
I will see.
I just want to say, it's been really cool that she crossed me to school and has now crossed my children to school.
And I will miss our afternoon conversations.
Moving on to the consent agenda, resolutions 25-225 to 25-230. I call for a motion to open these up for discussion.
No move, Milkowski.
Second, Balin.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody have any comments or concerns about any of the items on the consent agenda?
I have a question for legal. I have to,
Abstain or recuse from a specific resolution.
yeah, I'm just asking if from the meeting minutes because I wasn't here.
Just abstain from that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's not required by Robert's rules, but I think if you're a municipal body like this, it's a best practice.
Okay.
Have a substance to vote yea to make. Not required, that might be recommendation.
Okay.
Any other comments or concerns? Then I would call for a motion to move forward the consent agenda.
So moved, Stevenezia.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Balin.
Aye. Yes.
Captain.
Yes.
Mr. Hetrick.
Yes to all, but abstaining from resolution 25-225.
Mr. Meehan.
Yes.
Mr. Murray.
Yes.
Mr. Neely.
yes,
Mr. Weissman.
Yes to all, abstaining from 25-225.
Mr. Wojciechowski.
Yeah.
And Mayor Lynn.
Yes. New business. Ordinance 16-25, introduction, title only, an ordinance by the council of the town of Booton, amending the town of Booton Code of Ordinances to repeal chapter 140 flood damage prevention, to adopt a new chapter 140 for floodplain management regulations, to adopt flood hazard maps, to designate a floodplain administrator, and providing for severability and effective date. I would call for motion to introduce this.
No move, Milkowski.
Second, Stevenezia.
Can we get a roll call, please?
Mr. Balin.
Yes.
Ms. Divanazia.
Yes.
Mr. Hetrick.
Yes.
Mr. Meehan.
Yes.
Mr. Murray.
Yes.
Mr. Neely.
yes,
Mr. Weissman.
Yes.
Mr. Wojciechowski.
Yes.
Mayor Lynn.
Yes. Now we have town council members, administrator, and town attorney comments. Any member of the council open to say, bring up any topic they so desire.
Yeah, just two quick things. One is a question for Neil, I guess. I think last year around this time, we were scrambling a little bit because there were a bunch of lights that were out around town. And I'll admit the thought just occurred to me tonight as I was sitting up here. But it would be great if there's somebody who can just do a quick survey in advance of trick or treating happening.
I've talked to Mr. Ezzy and others have talked to Mr. Ezzy. That's on his list. He's probably already started that. So,
Okay, great.
but thank you for bringing. it
Yeah,
up.
I know we were no, not because of anything of us, because of JCP&L or whatever. Yeah, and that. And then the second thing, just a point of personal privilege, I suppose. Mayor referenced this at the beginning a little bit, but just as most of you, if not all of you know, I've been out for the last month. I had heart surgery about a month ago, brought on by a condition I have called Marfan syndrome, which I encourage everyone to Google because it's a rare disorder that's a lot less rare than it should be to be called a rare disorder. I'm doing great. I just want to thank all of you, thank the mayor for your support, thank all of you for your support throughout this journey. Delicious soup from Maria, which I really appreciated, and really everyone in town. It's really we throw around phrases like small town, big heart, and all that, and I really felt that over the last month. So I just wanted to say thank you. And I'll add to what the mayor said about living a good life and all of that, not knowing. The only other thing I'll add to that sentiment is, and stay on top of your medical issues. Get checked out early if you have air questions, because the sooner something's caught, the better.
Small town repaired heart. Ben.
Repaired heart in my case. That's right.
I had something, comment, well, following up on Councilmember Meehan's reports, police and recreation, we all have seen the news where e-bikes are more and more in the news. We see them being ridden unsafely. Some stats here where like e-bike injuries have risen almost 300% between 2019, 2022. We've seen fatalities and So I'd like to, I talked to a few council members already as far as putting forward an ordinance concerning the safety and safe riding and regulation of e-bikes in town. Some of our neighboring towns have already done it. Florham Park in particular has one. Not riding on sidewalks, getting helmets for those 17 and under. And I'm just looking forward to get some support of moving forward with an ordinance in that regard.
I would think appropriate home for this would be the police committee.
Okay.
We've already started that discussion as far as, and I think also you need to take a look at how that coordinates with any state statutes with operating e-bikes and making sure that whatever we do includes
I don't
those
think state
provisions.
has done anything yet, and I think
Okay.
we can move faster than.
Well,
the
then,
state.
no,
They
I
can
think,
always,
oh, yeah, because
we can always pull
we're
back.
small and we're nimble.
If you need a third, if it's John and Rob, or, I mean, I would support that
Okay.
effort to,
It's absolutely,
Get the ground
it's
moving.
absolutely.
Councilman Neely
necessary.
already said it.
Support that as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's absolutely necessary.
You wanna, we can talk.
It's
about it.
for the
Let's
safety
talk
of our,
about it
of our.
before next Tuesday. This
Yeah.
way we make sure we get it covered during our police committee meeting,
Wonderful.
if you have specifics or whatever. Or wanna
If
make
you can
guest
get a copy of the
appearance.
Florham Park ordinance, that'd be great.
I could email it to the council. I have
Yeah.
it. Okay. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Mayor.
Anyone else care to bring anything up?
Yes. Go ahead. Tuesday, November 11th is Veterans Day. And one of the ideas I had was I'm proposing that on that day, November 11th, we use the electric board out in front of Town Hall specifically just for the veterans. And what I had spoken to Laura Wagner about was we do have digital copies of all the banners that we have hanging throughout Main Street and some on Lathrop. Thank you. And what I proposed is that just for that day, we just have the rotating banners all day long of the veterans. We don't have any other messages going on. This way we can just show our support for the veterans that have come through town and have really given everything they have for us and the country. So what I'm looking for, I also spoke with the commander of our VFW, Tony Scazafava, who also fully supports this. So what I'm looking for is if anything's needed from the council outside of support, so we can do that on the 11th.
I would
Anyone
just-
has a-
I think that's a good idea. I'd support that.
Why don't you make a motion?
Well, I would just suggest that if possible, that in addition to the images of the banners, that if there are other local veterans who are not posted on a banner that we would want to honor because it is Veterans Day, it's not, Memorial Day or anything like that. That if we've got living veterans that we would like to honor, that we would be able to include them if they provide an image.
I'm looking to that. It's not a bad
Yeah.
idea.
Thank you.
This is a point of information or a point of order. We just need a motion in a second. We can vote to do this, right?
Yep, that's how I understand it.
Yeah, I don't think we need anything formal other than that.
Bring it up.
So I'd make a motion that we approve using the electric, I keep calling it the scoreboard, the electric message board in front of Town Hall for on November 11th to display images of our veterans in town.
Second,
Second.
Weissman.
Thank you.
I think a voice vote's adequate here.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you, everybody.
Any other comments, concerns, folks? Nope. Then I would open the meeting up to the public. Any members of the public wishing to come forward? Microphone's yours. Just introduce yourself in 3 minutes. Raise any topic you like. Oh. Out the door. Seeing none, I would close the public comment section, ask if there's any emailed or mailed comments.
No.
There were none. Then I would call for a motion to adjourn.
Second, Weissman.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Thank you all for coming.